Hey guys, how's it going? It is the Jer Bear. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jer Bear. Today's date is Sunday, March 26th, 2023. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty. My microphone is acting a bit out of sorts. I've tried to adjust it and it just seems like the sound is going out or something's going on. I hear like a little crackling in the speakers just now. So I don't know what the deal is with this microphone, but I'm hoping that um, the rest of the show, the rest of the hour will be smooth sailing. I'm so glad you could join me today. If you are watching from anywhere in the world, could you do me a favor? If you can hear my voice, could you please comment in the chat log and say yes or say something to let me know that you can hear my voice because this microphone is acting a bit strange and out of sorts today. So I'm going to try to get through the next hour as gingerly and as smoothly as possible. Joining me off camera while Dad and Amy are both here. Dad just got up to go to the kitchen. He should be back any time. Amy is in the utility room. And we have an extra person here. My brother's girlfriend's daughter's here. So um, I guess I should have told her that she can't come in with music playing or anything playing on her phone because, um, okay, so because the thing is, if my microphone picks it up, I could get a copyright strike and I don't want to be in violation. I've already been in violation once that I know of because of an editorial that I recorded and put out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And there are more editorials on the way too, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you're subscribed. So it has been this past week has been a rather busy week, to say the least. And I'm also noticing that my other microphone can pick up sounds as well. And that microphone is off camera, so yeah, that's my other mic if you can hear the tapping sound. But this past week has been kind of busy. I found out what my mom's cancer is. It is called invasive muscular sarcoma, or MIBC, which is a cancer of the muscle lining on her bladder. And she is going to be starting her treatment on April 10th. And it's going to last from about roughly April 10th to May 8th, depending on the circumstances. But here's the roadblock is that she has to get another surgery to have another tumor removed. So I don't know if they're going to do that first and then proceed with the chemo, or I would imagine, or at least I would assume that that's the plan in her journey through her health or whatever the case may. Okay, what is this? Something popped up. Okay. I don't know what that's about. A website for meeting older women? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. Um, but I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. She's going to have to get that tumor surgically removed before they can continue on with the treatment plan. I received a text from her this morning, just a random text telling me that she loved me and, Mom, I love you too. And like I said, we're going to kick cancer's ass and we're going to get through this and we're going to prevail and we're going to stand as victors over cancer once again. And we're going to show cancer that we are not the ones to fuck with. So I'm trying to remain optimistic and hopeful that things work out. And at the same time, I'm worried, I'm concerned, but that is to be expected in a situation like this. And I'm just really hoping for the best for my mom. And I really want for things to work out. So, Dad, how was your week? So, I don't recall mentioning this last week because we just went to your doctor last week, right? So, what's going to happen is my dad is going to have a stent put in his legs. Now, in the one leg, he has three blockages. I think it's in the right leg, right? The left leg, he's got three blockages. And on the right, there's only one blockage, but 90% of that is blocked. So he's going to have stents put in his legs, perhaps like a balloon to eradicate the blockages to help the blood flow. And after that, hopefully after that, it should help you and you should be able to walk better. At least that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm shooting for, and that's what Dr. Coughlin is shooting for. Um, so I'm remaining hopeful for that. Um, so and this was something that I was contemplating bringing up, discussing, but the weekend of April 17th, I think it is. I think it's the weekend of April 17th. I'd have to look at the calendar again, but that weekend I will be out of Michigan. I'm going to be going on a short vacation, not disclosing where I'm going or who I'm seeing, but I will be gone that weekend from about the 15th through the 19th. So there will be no Sunday video update for that weekend. I just wanted to put that programming note out there. And what else is going on? There are some other travel plans being discussed and talked over with some friends of mine. So some of them, of which are same day travels, like I can leave early in the morning and actually drive to meet people. And I'm not saying where I'm going again. I'm not saying names. I'm not mentioning locations because I don't need everybody knowing the little nooks and crannies of my life and where I'm going and what I'm doing and who I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't need people knowing my business. Um, just like this Jack L. Karstens prick who commented on one of my editorials, in which, by the way, uh, YouTube automatically filtered out that comment because it was deemed offensive and inappropriate. I'll be the fucking judge of that, but thank you, YouTube. And I put little bitch ass cowardly Jack L. Karstens in his place, and I recorded a daily rant. I'm throwing down the gauntlet again, Jack. I know who you are. I've already pointed out who you are, but if you're not a coward and if you have something to say, why don't you show your actual face and your actual voice? You don't need to disguise your identity or alter your voice. Why don't you be a man, quit acting like a cowardly little bitch, and come at me? Say what you got to fucking say because time's a ticking and I got things to do. I got better, more important shit to do than to deal with your bitch ass. So if you got something to say, bitch, say it. But other than that, the week has been it's been okay. I still have to do a little bit of grocery shopping because Easter's coming up and I have to prepare for that. I got to buy some dishes and things. I have to get a ham because um, we eat ham even at Christmas time. We have ham at Thanksgiving. We have ham, although turkey is um, the well-known delicacy at Thanksgiving. But we eat ham, and I actually prefer ham over turkey any day. But I think it all depends on how the turkey is prepared. If it's moist and if it's cut nice and thin, then I can eat it. But if it's tough and dry and really thick, I can't do it. I'm really not particularly a fan of turkey, but if I had to choose between ham and turkey, ham, absolutely. But I still have to get some things from the market. I did some grocery shopping, and that's when I found out about my mom's cancer. She's stage 2, by the way. So it's MIBC, it's invasive mascularis carcinoma. That's the name of her cancer. She's at stage 2. So really holding out hope and wishing for the best. So for those of you who may potentially be new to this channel, my name is Jared Fuller. My nickname is Jerry Bear because I am a childhood cancer survivor, as I make well known to everybody between here and my Facebook. I am a childhood cancer survivor. I've been a survivor now for 34 years. I had Wilms tumor kidney cancer at the age of 2. I talk about that on occasion. And I share bits and pieces of my story and what I've been through, what I remember, what I don't remember, which if I don't remember it, I'm not going to talk about it. But um, I talk about things that I can recall, and with evidence and paperwork, all of it corroborates and correlates together. So I'm able to kind of connect the dots and put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, I am a child of cancer survivor. Genuinely and generally, not genuinely, generally, every Sunday I come here on my YouTube channel between the hours of 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. to do this live show of the Sunday video update to talk about my week in review. I've been doing Sunday video updates now for quite a while. I'd say about maybe, I don't know, 4 years, something like that. I haven't been doing this for very long, but long enough to know what the fuck I'm doing. And yes, I drop F-bombs on occasion. If you can't handle that, there's another channel down the hall. Go watch YouTube Kids. This isn't the channel for you, but Um, I come here and kind of talk about my life and talk about the week in review, as I pointed out. And, sometimes I'll get people coming into my chat, striking up conversation. And there are people that I know and people that I speak to outside of YouTube and social media. I'll text them, I'll email them. So we are friends outside of this. Um, but I also do at times have issues with trolls, and I just give them the fuck off boot to Purple Oblivion. And then they come in with a brand new account, being the cowardly little bitches they are, thinking they're going to say something to get a rise out of me. And I don't entertain it. Not for too long anyway. I try not to. I try to keep it at a bare minimum. But that's pretty much in a nutshell the basics of the Sunday video update. And yes, I guess you could say, broadcasting with air quotes from my living room. And this is my dad. His name is Wayne, or as someone referred to you as Elmer Fudd. Someone called my dad Elmer Fudd. And by the way, we like Elmer Fudd. Yeah, I like Elmer Fudd. Really like Elmer Fudd. We do. We like Elmer Fudd. So if that was supposed to be some kind of a low level insult, not working, you have failed laughably. Yeah, at least Elmer Fudd is a multi fucking millionaire. What's your excuse, bitch? But it's like it's like in school they used to call me Steve Urkel because I wore glasses, and but it used to bother me, but then it's like, Steve Urkel, that fucker was a genius. I would love to be Steve Urkel. That kid was smart. I like to have a transformation chamber, and I like to take all these arrogant troll assholes and turn them into something of use, like a hammer or a chainsaw, or I don't know, something to blow up like tannerite, maybe, something of use. But yeah, well, here's the thing too, and I had just recently passed on this piece of advice to someone else who, I don't know if they had internalized it or not, but the thing about when people insult you, when they say something to you that may not be very nice or pleasant, which someone called me a maggot piece of shit last week, they're just words. They're just words. They mean nothing. And the trick to that is you get to decide how you react and respond to insults and comments that may not be pleasant. And I had tried to give Amy's son that piece of advice just the other day. Whether he internalized it or not, I don't know. It's not up to me. I can't make him think about that or consider it because I'm not him. But the older you get, the more you realize and understand that words are just words. You get to decide how you react and respond to insults, especially if it's used as a pejorative. It's different to be called a name than it is for someone to lie about you, because when someone's fostering a lie, that's when I say, okay, show some evidence for this, which I will never back down from. I will never stray from that. Okay, that's different. That's gossip, and that's how we determine what's true and what isn't. But when someone's just being a flaming asshat and making insults that are irrelevant, it's like, okay, whatever. It just rolls off my back like common sense rolls off the motherfucker who said it. So.
That's all right. You talk about me all you want. You're leaving
Yeah.
other people alone. Hey, I don't care what you call
Yeah.
me. Call me
But-
an asshole or dick. I
but-
don't do shit.
But the point is that you get to decide how you react and how you respond to insults. And I understand what Dad's saying, Dad, because if you couldn't hear that, Dad said that at least they're calling me the names and they're leaving everybody else alone. Well, that's really not the point that I was trying to make. It is, you get to decide how you react and respond to insults. And I've gotten to the point now where, say what you want, I don't give a shit, but at least have the balls and the backbone to say it to my face instead of being a cowardly little bitch hiding behind a screen. But that's why they do it, because they don't have to face you. And why do they do it behind the screen? they don't have to face you, and because they fucking know what would happen. They know better.
Because they don't know who they're fucking with. That's the problem.
Yeah, and so they don't, when someone insults me, they don't say anything about who I am. They say more about who they are, and they don't realize that. Um, but that's how I deal with the trolls anymore, and that's how I just deal with people in general. Um, people say, "Well, you let them talk to you like that." Well, they're just words. What are words gonna do? Um, they want to call me a motherfucker or a piece of shit or whatever they want to call me. Great, fire away. And at that point, I would have to steal a page from Dad's book and say, well, at least they're saying it to me and not bothering anybody else. They're leaving everyone else alone. But okay, words are words, sticks and stones.
You fuck with me all you want, but you fuck with my family. You got problems.
And yeah, that was a conversation that had also come up. That you don't mess with the grandkids.
Don't fuck with my grandkids. I'll be a worse nightmare.
That the grandchildren are off limits, and
I'll be a worse nightmare. And my
I will. They're not. They may not be my kids, but I will fight for them.
kids.
I will take a bullet any day for my nieces and nephews for sure. And the cancer warriors, although most people don't want to hear that, but I don't care. I just don't give a fuck. But anyway, Dad, more about last week. So you had a good week?
Yeah, it was
Good.
all right.
Good.
Yeah, it was all right. The doctor, I liked the doctor I went to see.
Yeah. So Dad had an appointment with a urologist in Owasso this past week. And I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to get into too much detail. Dad has a condition called Peyronie's disease. You can look it up on Google. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but it was meant to be a serious consultation, but we had turned it into Def Comedy Jam with jokes and laughter, and he was a really nice guy. I mean, he had a sense of humor. He was just really cool, and he was a younger guy, but he was really cool. I mean, he was really nice about it. Yeah, so that was an interesting day. And then we ran into my cousin Michael and his mom Tammy. I don't know if Mikey watches my channel, so just in the off chance that he does, hello Michael, I love you, and it was great to see you again, and you as well, Tammy. I know you're working like a dog. You're pulling third shift, and you're just so wrung out and strung out and tired, and we understand that. We love you, but you're doing an awesome job with Mikey. And Michael, I love you, buddy, and I'll see you soon. That's in the off chance that he's watching this channel, because I don't know the demographic of people who watch my channel. I don't know who I'm reaching out to, I don't even know how far this channel goes, to be honest. But I know for a fact that anyone within the United States can see this channel. I'm pretty sure. But provided that it's on YouTube, which is an international platform, I may be getting viewers as far away as Canada or England or who knows where. I have no idea, because no one actually tells me where they're from, which to me, it's not important, but it would be interesting to know. It would be interesting to know. But yeah, so it's been a busy week, and there's still so much to do. I've been getting messages and emails from all my friends. I've been there's an oncology man that I've been speaking with over the phone almost nightly, with the exception of a couple nights because her daughter was in the hospital. But her son, this oncology mom that I've been speaking with, her son is a cancer warrior, and she calls me almost every night, and we just have random conversations about random things, and it's wonderful. I have all kinds of conversations with random people, from the child of cancer world, from the autism world, and from like cerebral palsy and all, the different ailments that affect humanity. I have conversations with lots of people. I have conversations with my actor friends, my musician friends, and just general, friends, that people I've known my entire life. So I do have the conversations, and the conversations are wonderful. I love talking with people, and you know, it's funny because and dad can verify this, but when I was a teenager, I kept to myself. I was an introvert. I wanted nothing to do with anybody else. I didn't wanna know what anybody else was up to, had no interest or desire in knowing whatsoever. But the older I got, suddenly I become this gregarious person where I love communicating with my friends. I love, meeting up and having lunch or just talking about things and enjoying the time we have together. I love that. Um, but it's fantastic. It's been great and it continues to improve. So that's always nice. And the people that I'm friends with, they don't believe gossip. They're better than that. They're above that. Um, and speaking of meeting up with people, I really have to get up and see mom. I want to go visit with mom sometime this week if I can do it, if the weather holds out. I like to go up there and spend some time with her and maybe, I don't know, take her out to lunch or do something with her, just to spend some time with her because I'm going to be out of Michigan for a weekend in April. So there won't be a Sunday video update from because I'm going to be out of Michigan from the 15th until the 19th. So that weekend, there won't be a Sunday video update. So I figured I'd just put that out there again for the third time. Well, no, it'd been a second time because, yeah, be a second time. So, as those of you know, I watch a channel called The Line, and it's like basically has to do with atheism and like political stuff, which I'm very apolitical. But today is a very special day because they're doing a 4-hour live stream for a host named Matt Dillahunty. He has a birthday coming up on March 31st. And today they wanted to do a special birthday edition of the Sunday Show on a channel called The Line. As a matter of fact, I will put a link to that channel. So let me pull this up here. Let me go to this other. Yes, I'm double browsing, by the way, for those of you who may be wondering. Oh, yes, I'm live right now. I can see that. So I'm going to, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and then I'm going to paste the link in the chat log so you can go watch The Line. So yeah, there you go. It's in the chat log for those of you who are currently watching because I highly doubt that this chat log is going to appear after the show ends. But yeah, go and check out The Line. Really awesome show. I really enjoy watching and listening to Matt Dillahunty. Matt has really been instrumental in solidifying my atheism. He's really talked about things that made me think and re-examine and reevaluate my positions on Christianity and things like that because I'm not a believer anymore. So yeah, I was convinced of a God for many, many years, most all my life. And then suddenly one day I decided, well, I didn't decide. I questioned my beliefs because I don't think you can choose your beliefs. But I questioned for a long time, is this true? Is there a God? Does a God exist? And I started to question what I was believing and everything I've been told my entire life. And then I started to browse the internet and I come across this YouTube channel, which is big. It's called The Atheist Experience. And at the time, Matt Dillahunty was on there. He is not a part of that organization anymore. I just want to make that known. He is not a part of the atheist community of Austin, but he is on the program that I put in the chat log. And I've been listening to Matt Dillahunty for years, and he has really given me direction, and he's helped to sharpen my approach to things that require evidence and critical thinking and logic. And if there's something I'm not sure of, I'm always researching. I'm always learning something new. So I'm not hailing Matt Dillahunty as a god, because that would be, that would be silly. But I accredit Matt for all of the just the different ways of making me think, and to re-examine and reevaluate my beliefs. And so I really owe him a lot of credit. But what?
Hey, come here, Katie. Come here, Katie, for a minute.
She don't want to get in my live stream, but that's okay.
Look in there and say hello.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
you.
Come here.
Sorry.
Come and see Uncle Jared. Say hi.
Down there so they can see your pretty face.
Yeah. Here. Get in front of me. Get in front of me. Here. Sit down. Here. Have a seat. Sit up. Here.
My granddaughter.
Say hello. This is my niece Katie. So she's gonna. Are you going home today? Yeah, she's going back home today.
She spent a
So
weekend with us.
yeah, she spent a weekend with us, but I figured I'd bring her in and introduce her. Are you gonna get a YouTube channel? No? Get out of here. Uncle Jared don't want to talk to you no more.
Katie, I think this is
But anyway, yeah. Matt Dillahunty, I owe him a lot of credit for
okay.
helping to solidify my atheism. So if you get a chance, and if you are also a non-believer, that link in the chat log will take you to the live stream and the channel called The Line, which Matt talks a lot about atheism and stuff like that. But yeah, so happy birthday to Matt. I'd probably end up making a special video for Matt Dillahunty for his birthday. No, not today. His birthday is on March 31st. He's going to be, I shouldn't even put his age out there because that wouldn't be very nice, but he was born in 1969. Do the math. But yeah. So no disrespect to Matt Dillahunty. He's an awesome guy. And he, other than the atheism stuff, you know what else he's taught me? And of course you've taught me that, not to take shit from people who want to fucking be dishonest. That's, I don't tolerate that. I just don't. And I've been around my dad for many years, and he's always told me, do not take shit and don't put up with shit. What? All my life. But between my dad and then watching Matt, listening to Matt, yeah. Between my dad and Matt Dillahunty, a famed atheist, you've both created a monster. I have no idea if Matt watches my channel. I don't know who watches my channel, but it would be kind of cool if he popped into my chat log right now and said, "Hey, what's up?" But he won't. Matt Dillahunty will not come in here and watch my YouTube channel. He's too busy doing his own show at the moment, so I wouldn't expect him to do that. Although I think he double browses at times. Yeah, Matt, I would actually like to meet Matt Dillahunty. I would actually like to book a flight to Texas where he lives, and I would like to actually, I don't know, bump into him somewhere, or just have lunch with the guy, or maybe have a beer with him, talk to him about stuff. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be interesting, I think. Now we got someone in the chat log. Let's see who's coming into it's Janet Davis. Hello, Janet Davis. I don't know. I don't think it's related. We're related to the Davises, but I don't think I'm related to this Davis. So Janet, I hope you're doing well today. It is bright, beautiful, and sunny here in Michigan today. And of course, Amy Marion. Amy is a moderator for my chat log. So if anybody comes in here being foolish, although I don't think Amy knows how to help me give anyone the purple oblivion fuck off boot, but I can do it myself if Amy can say, or tell them, watch your mouth. This is your warning. Don't be stupid again. So it's nice to have a moderator. Janet Davis, how are you doing? Where are you watching from today? I'm kind of curious where everybody's watching from because, like I said, I know YouTube reaches a very large platform. It's a very large platform, and I think it's international, so it's all over the world. Um, but I mean, you don't have to disclose, like where you're from, but it would be kind of interesting to know what my demographic is, because I have absolutely no idea where any of my viewers are watching from. I know some because I chat with certain people away from YouTube and Facebook, so I know where most of them are from. Um, but I'm not going to disclose their locations out of respect for them. But yeah, Janet, I mean, if you you come in and behave yourself and don't give me any shit, you'll be fine because I don't have a problem telling anyone where to go. And I don't have a problem banning and blocking people. But as long as you're going to come in and behave yourself, you're more welcome to stay. You're more welcome to join in on the conversation. And, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Yeah, just be civil and respectful and you'll be fine. So what did you have planned? Oh, you got to go to Saginaw today, don't you? I gotta go feed the dog. That's what he's barking at out there. I was kind of wondering what was going on. But y'all got to meet my niece Katie. She was in here just moments ago. Um, she's only 15, by the way. And she's like, no, I don't want to go on his live stream. I don't. Just get over here and talk to your Uncle Jared. I don't get to see you that much. And she was a bit apprehensive, but I talked her into it. Yeah, she's very shy, but you heard me ask her. I said, "Well, are you going to get a YouTube channel?" And she shook her head no. It's like, "Well, get out of here then. I'm not interested in this conversation anymore. What are you talking about? You're not getting a YouTube channel." No, that's okay. She's fine. But yeah, I don't have a problem with people coming into my chat log. That's why I reintroduced the chat log because I want to give honest people a chance to come in, whether they're disrespectful or respectful. Come on in so I know who I'm dealing with and who I'm talking to. But Janet, yeah, you're more welcome to stay. You're more welcome to join on the conversation. But if I suspect you're up to something, then it's bye-bye time. But yeah, you're good. So this week, I'm not sure what's in store for this week. I would like to go and visit with my mom. I think, let's see. I think I have to pay bills. Yeah, I got to pay bills this week. Absolutely, for sure, have to pay bills this week. Yeah, bills have to be paid. And then I'm not sure what else is happening this week. I can't tell you.
I gotta go to Saginaw, the 28th.
You got it for what?
My meds.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to be in Saginaw again this week because Dad's got to be in Saginaw today actually to take Katie back home. But yeah, I don't know what else is going on. I don't know what else is going on this week. I'm trying to think. Other than Dad's Saginaw appointments, I don't think there's anything. And of course, I have to pay bills for the month of April. I'm not sure what else is happening. I might make a special trip up to see my mom and maybe take her out for dinner or something or out to lunch, spend some time with her. Yeah, and I know that my mom is terrified, as am I. I'm very scared and worried that, the chemo may be too harsh for her. But in any event, I like to keep an open mind and um I'm just holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that everything's going to be okay. Oh, Billy's. Yeah, that's right. Billy's. Thank you for reminding me, Amy in the back. Um, she's in the utility room. Thank you, Amy, for reminding me about Billy's. Billy's is tomorrow night. That's right. I totally forgot. Tonight, and Amy, I'm glad you brought up Billy's because tonight is the second night of the Fox Sunday Flashback with Dan Richards. You know what I should do? I should just put up a link to the Fox website so you can listen to the Fox. You can listen to Dan tonight from 7 until 11. The station is in Flint, Michigan, but they broadcast worldwide. So 103.9 The Fox. Okay, I'm going to put a link to their website. Okay, and there is a link where you can listen live. Right now they're playing "Pretty Woman" by Van Halen, the Van Halen version of a Roy Orbison song. But it's classicfox.com. Listen, I'm going to put it in the chat log. Listen live to 103.9 The Fox. Okay, and that's in Flint. You're from New York. Okay, Janet. Well, I've been to New York. I've been to Albany, and I've been to St. Johnsville, and I've been to Canajoharie, I think is how you pronounce it. I've been to New York, and I'm actually I was thinking about going back sometime soon, but I haven't decided yet. And even if I am going to New York, nobody's going to know it anyway. But Janet Davis is from New York. I'm sorry, I was having problems with my keyboard. Well, that okay. Do you have snow in New York, Janet? I gave you a chance to respond because we just had snow a couple days ago, and all of our snow melted because, well, it got warm. You're 2 hours from Albany. Okay, all right. Albany, I guess would be the proper pronunciation. I've been to the airport in Albany. It's not very big. She's 2 hours from Albany. Albany, New York, the capital of the state of New York. A lot of people probably didn't know that Albany was the capital of New York. Yeah, it is. It's not New York City. New York City would be to New York State what Detroit is to the state of Michigan, although at one time Detroit was our capital. No, it's been weird. One day 50s, one day snow. It's weird weather. Yeah, it's very weird weather. They're duking it out. The seasons are kind of having a little fist fight between spring, although it's officially spring, and winter, which is trying to hold on for dear life. And spring says, get the fuck out of here. You're evicted. It's time for me to move in and bring my warm weather and sunshine. Yeah, Mother Nature is going through menopause, says Janet Davis, and I agree. She's going through menopause. And now joining us off camera is Amy Marion. No, it's we'll call her Amy Marion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's we have an extra.
Only because Cricket don't know how to spell her name.
Yeah, and Cricket is the phone service.
Marion.
They got her name spelled as Amy Marion, like Marion Springs. Amy Marion with the I. There's no I in her last name. But anyway, yes. So now Amy is joining us, and we are about, I say we're a little over 20 minutes at the end of the show, or until the end of the show, that is. What?
I know we usually start things off about how our week is going.
Yeah, right. Well, the last week.
Well, mine went good.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up, I am so happy because I'm going to have some chompers in my mouth.
Woohoo! Chompers. See, and that's weird. When I just did that, the microphone kind of popped a little bit.
I noticed that.
I have Facebook, but I keep low key because of judgmental people and the rude comments. Yeah. There's a lot of that happening on Facebook, and that's why I have a no tolerance, fuck off policy that I go by.
You know what you can do?
And you should exercise that too, Janet. Don't take shit from people.
You know what you do in that type of situation? Instead of doing the Facebook itself,
yeah,
you can actually just use the Messenger.
Yeah.
And not have to use Facebook. You can connect to.
Yeah.
just Messenger.
Right.
Know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew that you can actually use Messenger without Facebook, which I already knew
I
that,
didn't
but
realize it.
yeah, that's what I tried to do. See, that's what I tried to do in the beginning, because I joined Facebook, or I came back, I should say, back on May 2nd of 2021, which we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary. Whoopty fuck. But I tried to use Messenger just without Facebook. And then I started getting the friend requests rolling in, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it, let's leave it up. So that's when I decided to leave up my Facebook, and I started to stay in communications, and went from there. Janet says, I don't, and it's mainly family because I don't choose to have kids, and I'm considered the black sheep, which is okay. You're speaking to a black sheep of my family as well. Janet, I can totally relate to that. Do you have trolls messing with you too, like they kind of mess with me? Because I don't put up with it. And I'll tell them a thing or two. I don't have a problem giving anyone a piece of my mind, but I understand what you're saying. I don't, no, she says, yeah, I guess so. She says, I don't, and it's mainly family because I don't choose to have kids, and I'm considered the black sheep. I don't have children, Janet. Is there some kind of a universal law that says you have to have children in order to maintain life and living?
At this day and age, I wouldn't want to have kids.
Well, that's beside the point, but it's a legitimate question. Is there some kind of a law that requires you and I to have children, to live? I am living just fine without children. And it's not that I don't hate kids. I just never had kids. And I'm sure it's the same with you. You don't hate children, you just never had
You're
kids.
single, and
So what?
then why would you want to?
So why are you being put on trial because you don't have children? That's pretty fucking silly if you ask me. Uh, I'll give you a chance to respond, but that seems a bit silly to me that you would be put on trial because you don't have children. I would feel guilty bringing a child in this crazy world.
Yeah,
Oh fuck, I hear you, and I'm with you.
110%. Yeah.
I'm with you on that
Hell yeah.
all the way, Janet, all the way. I would absolutely feel guilty. It's not to say that I wouldn't be a good father. I would like to think I would be.
It should be a great mother, probably.
And Janet, you sound like a pretty decent person. I would say you would, if you ever changed your mind and decided to have kids, you'd be a pretty good mom. But the way things are going now, and I kind of pointed this out in other Sunday videos. The way, I wouldn't want to bring an innocent life into this fucked up, messed up world with the technology that, I mean, this is a double-edged sword. Facebook and YouTube, social media, it's a double-edged sword because you can use it to maintain communication with friends who live great distances away. But you can also use it to put people down. And that's, I've experienced both simultaneously. But this world, and it's not just social media, but it's the world in general. There is so much pain and suffering and agony and anguish. Why would I have a kid for no other reason than to be selfish? Well, because I want kids and I want my fuck legacy. I don't care. The way the world is, I'm not going to bring an innocent life into this world because of what I want. Well, that's too bad. I would rather not bring an innocent life into this world where they have to suffer needlessly for what? And then when they get older, they have to learn how to fend for themselves. And, and when I say this, wanting a kid is selfish, when I put it that way, my voice is getting kind of cracky. When I mention something about, being selfish for wanting kids, it sounds terrible when I say it, but think about the substance of what I'm saying. Having children is a selfish decision to make because children don't ask to be born. The progenitors who create these babies brought these children into this world against their own will and volition. So it is a selfish choice to have kids. I know it sounds demeaning and it sounds degrading because it's like saying that my parents are selfish. And that angle and that light, yes, that was a selfish decision that they made to bring me into this world because I didn't ask to be here. But make no mistake, I love my parents.
I don't regret having my kids.
But what I'm saying, it's not about regretting having children. It's the decision to bring us into the world was selfish. It was purely selfish. And I know it sounds horrible saying that, but that's not, I don't mean it. I don't mean that in a degrading, derogatory manner. You have to make a decision
Yeah.
to bring another life into the world.
But then again, and back in them days, it wasn't bad. Now, I wouldn't want
At any time, it doesn't matter. In any time in history, wanting to have a kid is selfish because that's your decision. The child doesn't ask to be brought into the world, as we hear everyone say ad nauseum. That is a selfish decision on the parent's part. It sounds awful, but it's really not awful. It's just the truth. That's the reality. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to go through the things I went through. But here I am. And, I survived it. And here we are. Janet Davis says, I heard you mentioning people that are giving you trouble. Why would they do that to you? I don't know. Ask them. They like to make shit up. They like to make shit up. And when I ask them to provide evidence of the claims they make, they fall short. So I don't know. You would have to ask them. So wrong that people are that way. And it is wrong. I agree. People are assholes.
Or maybe look at the life she has now. She don't have no responsibility. She don't have no kids or nothing. Maybe that's what they're regretting that. Oh, you don't have
So,
no kids, so you can do whatever
yeah,
you
you don't
want.
have kids. You don't have children. You're free to do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the fucking point.
That's the point of it.
Not having kids
You're seeing her having a lot of fun or doing what she's doing
because you
don't
can
like it.
you can do things that people with kids can't do. And it pisses them off because you didn't fall into that same rabbit hole of being forced and pigeonholed into having a commitment that you didn't want to have. It's just that simple. I think they're miserable because you dodged a bullet. They did what society told them to do or what society expected of them. You went your own way. And that pisses people off. Well, tough shit. You don't live for other people, Janet. You live for you. And I live for me. I do my thing. Why people are the way they are, Janet, that is a good question. Like I said, you would have to go to the source. You would have to ask them why they would make shit up without being able to back it up with sufficient evidence, and why they would be the lying coward sacks of shit that they are to convince other people that something is true when it isn't, and when they have no way of demonstrating that it is. You would have to ask them. People are bored. They have a lot of time on their hands. They think it's cool. They think it's awesome to fuck with someone's life until that person is standing face to face with them, and then they shut the fuck up. So they're going to keep doing what they're doing. There's nothing I can do to stop them. But I would only hope, or at least hold out hope, that the people who are being lied to about me would actually stop and think about what they're saying, what they're being told. Think about the things people are telling you. Because it could be you're being told something, and when you say, well, show me the proof of this, show me the evidence of where Jared had said this or done this. Now, if you are a new subscriber to my channel, Janet, welcome. But I do have a series of daily rant recordings. And if they want to point to that and say, well, Jared said these awful things about these people, you're fucking right, I did, because they deserved it. It was a long time coming. They needed to be bitch slapped around a little bit and to be put on blast for being the lying, conniving, coward sacks of shit that they are. I don't have a problem doing that. If they want to whine and get their panties in a bunch, well, that's their problem. They should learn to shut the fuck up and not open their mouths and speak out of turn about people and things when they have no idea what the fuck they're even talking about in the first place. I have no regrets when it comes to daily rants. None. And I have no regrets doing Sunday videos. If they want to whine and pout and be cowardly little bitches about it, well, let them. I can't stop them. But I'm not going to stop being the person I am and doing what I'm doing just because someone else has an issue with it. I have never in all the years, because I'm a child, a cancer survivor, I have never in all the years that I've spoken about this used children as fodder for my popularity or for my ego or for whatever the case may be. I reach out to kids for reasons I have nothing to do with vanity. These children are going through things that I had went through when I was a kid, and I'm trying to directly relate to them and their situation. I reach out to them and I say, listen, I've been in that position. I've been in your shoes. I get it. That's why I got the nickname Jer Bear. They don't call me Jer Bear for nothing. And I don't care what people think. Fuck them. And you should have the same attitude, Janet. Absolutely. You do. You don't change for anyone. She says, I would really like to know who they are because I would say something to them. I would love to one day get married and settle down, but everyone wants kids. Well, Janet, first of all, thank you for the compliment. We are winding down on time. We're about 9 minutes out, but Janet, I just want to say thank you for the compliment. I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. And as far as having children, well, here's the thing. Sex and marriage kind of go together. I've never been married a day in my life, and I don't plan on ever getting married. I like the single life. But you can have sex and not have children. You would just have to, of course, use proper protection and, hope that your one-day husband has a strong pull-out game, because things can go awry from there. But Janet, you do you. You live your life. If you want to find someone to settle down with, fine. I'm not marriage material. I don't view myself as husband material, let alone marriage material. I don't suggest that anyone get married, but I live my life in a way that best suits me. But you do you, as they say. As far as wanting to know who they are, well, if you look on Facebook long enough, you'll see who they are. And yes, I have called out people in the past many times for being the lying fuck faces that they are, and I continue to do so. Because they're not going to get they get away with too much as it is. They lie about me and make shit up about me, but then carry on social media as if they are God's gift to children with cancer. And I call bullshit every fucking time because they have demonstrated to me exactly who and what they are. And now there's no turning back. I have screenshots of the things that they have said to me on Facebook pages, and these are coming from CEOs of nonprofit organizations lying about me. I will piss all over their fucking nonprofit organization. I will set fire to the motherfucker. I don't care. If you're going to lie about me, I will tear you the fuck down. I don't have a problem with it. And I know it sounds rough, doesn't it? It sounds really mean and no, I don't have any hatred in my heart. I don't have any hatred in my heart, but what you're hearing is someone who is tired of going through the same repeated bullshit over and over and over, time and time again. And when I simply explain logic to people, things that should be obvious as the fucking sunlight is to Earth, they don't want to accept it. When I say, where is the evidence for the claims being made? Why are you believing something to which there is no good reason? They have no evidence to support the claim. Well, a bunch of people are saying it. Well, I don't give a fuck if a bunch of people say it. 1,000 people, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000 people can say it. It doesn't make it any more true. There's no evidence for it. Why are you believing it? And so that's where I'm at. I'm still waiting for evidence. I've been demanding evidence this whole time, and instead of actually providing evidence, they stick their head in the sand and they don't want to live according to reality. They live in a way that makes them feel good. Well, we kind of had this initial thought about Jared anyway, and all these people are saying this, and it kind of makes sense if you connect the dots. No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes zero sense. Evidence, show it, or carry the fuck on. Step aside and let me do what I'm going to do. And that is the bottom line because Jer Bear said so. Oh, but that's Janet in a nutshell. That's basically where I am. And I am a real person. I think you follow me on Facebook. I recognize the name Janet Davis. There is a Janet Davis following me on my Facebook. I was just wondering if it was the same Janet Davis. Because I can check real quick. Okay, yep, okay. So if you're not connected with because I know there are some people in New York who are really against me and they talk all kinds of shit. So but I'm not going to say the names here. I mean, if you like I said, look at Facebook, you'll see it. People talk shit and say dishonest things all the time because again, they don't have to face you. Yeah, they change their names, they change their identities, they change everything about them because they are cowardly little bitches. That's what cowards do. They have a lot of time on their hands. They get some kind of entertainment by fucking with people until those people that they fucked with are meeting them face to face. Then they've got nothing to say. Then they shut up. And can you message me the names so I know who to stay away from? I'll think about it. I'll think about that, Janet. Because really, I don't want to entertain any of this any longer than I have to, because it's old, and I've been dragging this out for any number of years. Or actually, they've been dragging it out for any number of years, and I've just been trying to pin them with evidence. Show me evidence of what you're saying. And furthermore, something else to consider, Janet. When someone accuses you of doing something that is illegal, and you say, really, point out where I've done something illegal, point out where I violated the law. And they can't show it. They say, well, I don't have to show you anything. Right, because there is nothing to show. And if you had the evidence, and if you're not reporting that, that makes you just as guilty, because now you're obstructing justice and you're not putting this evidence into a police report. And then what will get you for, not reporting it? Yeah. Obstruction of justice. That should be when you combine the law with people who talk shit on social media. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. It's really a no-brainer. If you understand how the law works, and if you understand how evidence and logic and critical thinking works, you can better construct arguments against things that are fallacious and things that have not been demonstrated to be the case. When someone accuses you of something, Janet, it is not incumbent on you to prove your guilt. I'm sorry, your innocence. It's not up to you to prove your innocence. It's up to the accuser to demonstrate guilt, because they have made a claim about you. They're on the hook. They have to pay that bill. If they're ordering it, they have to pay it. If people have accused me of doing things all the time, and I'm just kind of sitting back saying, okay, so then where's the proof? Where's the evidence where I've done something wrong? Demonstrate where I've been wrong or illegal or immoral or whatever case you may have against me. Demonstrate that. And if you can't if you can't prove what you're saying, then disappear into fucking oblivion and leave me alone. But anyway, we have officially reached the 4 o'clock mark. My name is Jared Fuller. Dad, I'm sorry. Was there anything final you wanted to say? I have pretty much gobbled up the last 20 minutes of that. Janet, I appreciate you coming in. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. It is 4 o'clock. That's basically the end of it, guys. And just take everything I've said into consideration. Continue to follow me on Facebook. Continue to remain subscribed to my YouTube channel. I appreciate your honesty. It doesn't happen often, by the way. So it's refreshing to get someone coming into my chat log who's actually being honest and forthright. So I appreciate you coming in if you are legitimate. And I'm not accusing you of not being legitimate, but I have a lot of people coming into my chat logs. They don't, they're very deceitful if you catch my drift, but I think you're pretty legit, and only time will tell if I find out you're not, but I'm pretty sure you are. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going over time. My name is Jared Fuller, aka Jared Bear. I will be back here next week. What is a week from today? There's 31 days in March. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2. So on April 2nd, I think I'll be back on April 2nd. So we are out of here. I love you all very much. Janet, remember what I said. Take it all into consideration. I'll be back next week, guys. So for Amy and, oh, wait a minute. Wait just a second. Come here again. We're getting ready to close out the show. Come on back. My niece Katie's come here. Have a seat again. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
I had to make sure she came back into the live stream because you've never been on my live streams, have you? No, you haven't. So for Katie Bug, my dad, and Amy, I'm Jared Bear, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Have a good one and stay out of trouble. Katie's popular now. She's a rock star. Bye, Janet. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.